Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nidhi Agarwal, your lifestyle and wellness coach. So today I am here to discuss about a very adorable season for all, that is monsoon season. In this monsoon season, what we have to actually see, that is what to eat and what to avoid in this monsoon. So today we are going to discuss about all those food items which we need to include and which we need to exclude so that we can prevent major illnesses in this monsoon season. So let's begin with what not to eat. Because what to eat, we all eat, keep on eating lot many things. So let's start with what not to eat. The first and foremost thing comes, बारिश देखते ही लोगों के दिल में पकोड़े खाने का मन करता है. So should we eat or should we not eat? Yes, you can eat, but at an average, you have to balance it out. Like once in 15 days, it's perfectly fine, but not on a regular routine because a lot of oil and fried consumption gives rise to phlegm production. Phlegm means आपके कफ कोल्ड बढ़ता है, आपकी कफ कोल्ड की टेंडेंसी बढ़ती है, आपका थ्रोट बहुत जल्दी इन्फेक्टेड हो जाता है. So you need to avoid anything which is oily, anything which is fried, anything which is very spicy. You need to cut down on all those items for a while in this monsoon season. Once in a while, yes, you can indulge. Second thing is leafy vegetables. All the leafy vegetables like spinach, methi, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, lettuce, you need to avoid big time. Even drumsticks, ladyfinger, these all items have worms in it. अगर आपको खाना है, आप उसमें चेक करोगे कि उसमें कीड़ा तो नहीं है, then only you can indulge in all these leafy vegetables. Leafy vegetables, yes, leafy vegetables gives you a lot of strength, gives you a lot of energy, gives you iron and all the minerals which are very essential. But in this monsoon season, please avoid it. Okay. The third thing comes the fruits. The fruits, like fruits, we all keep on hearing कि फल खाने चाहिए, फल खाने चाहिए. But yes, in monsoon season, we need to avoid all those fruits which are water based, like watermelon, muskmelon, pomegranate. Avoid all these fruits. Eat all the seasonal fruits, like mangoes are there in the season, plums are there, apricots are there, peaches are there, cherries are there. So try to indulge in all those fruits because all these fruits balance your phlegm production inside the stomach. So you need to indulge in all those fruits which are season based, so that your stomach is okay. And if your stomach is okay, then automatically your immunity becomes better and you don't fall for any infections. Okay, next thing comes, many people keep on asking me like tea, coffee, we should have a lot of tea and coffee to keep ourselves warm, and we should have like as Ayush Ministry is also saying, we should have hot water. Yes, you can have hot water, but not more than 4 to 5 glasses. You can have tea and coffee, but not more than 1 to 2 cups. Why? Because tea, coffee, or hot water dehydrates your system very fast. So, to keep yourself hydrated, you need to indulge in simple plain water. Drink as much as water possible because the more you will drink water, it will help you to hydrate your system. It won't make your system dry and you won't fall for any infections. So you need to drink lots and lots of water to keep yourself fit in this monsoon season. Okay, another thing which people keeps on asking, like fermented food. That is about idli, dosa, dhokla, even sprouts also. So in this monsoon season, it's a request to all the mothers out there. Please don't indulge in any fermented food in the monsoon season. Avoid as much as possible because the good bacteria also helps in fermenting, but along in this monsoon season the good bacteria are not produced in abundance, and that's why the fermented food is actually not fermented well, and it gives rise to a lot of stomach issues. You must have heard people do complain of acidity, people do complain of loose motions, vomiting during monsoon season very frequently. That's all because of all such things. So avoid all those stuff which actually harm your stomach mucosa. If in case you have any queries, you can post in the comment section so that I can reply accordingly. Okay, the next topic comes, like many non-vegetarians do indulge in seafood, like because it's the season of rainy season, so that's how people do keep on indulging like that. So you have to take care that you should avoid seafood completely from your diet, because if in case you won't avoid seafood or any non-vegetarian food, or you will indulge in seafood more, then automatically again the bad bacteria start increasing in your stomach and it harms you. No, sabza seeds are not okay, Sheetal, in monsoon, because definitely it's a coolant. So it is not advisable at all for anybody. If in case somebody has a lot of acidity issues, or if your doctor or nutritionist has suggested it, so they must be knowing your temperament, and based on that, yes, you can have sabza seeds. But the quantity, again, you need to check with your concerned person. Okay, the next question which people come, okay, does fermenting thing also apply to curd? Yes, it does apply to curd also, because see, thick curd in monsoon season gives rise to the same thing, the phlegm production. If in case you want to have curd, just have the buttermilk form, but that too very rarely, not on a everyday basis. Because in monsoon season, if you will indulge in curd or anything fermented, it is going to harm your stomach mucosa, and it is going to rise your phlegm production. So you're more prone to catch cold and cough frequently. Okay. Next question which I keep on asking patients, like, do they drink lots and lots of water? Yes, water is very essential, as I mentioned earlier also. Water is something which is one of the best medicine if you want to prevent any disease in your life. It is one of the major lifestyle change. As per kids, let's go. Let's start from kids. Approximately from a 2-year-old child, they need 5 to 6 glasses. Then a person who is 10-year-old, they need approximately 7 to 8 glasses, or 7 to 10 glasses also, if in case they are quite active. And above 10 years, they need definitely 2 liters of water. So it's a request to everyone out there, please drink lots and lots of water, so that your immunity stays fit and you automatically have hydrated system and it doesn't become dry. Okay. Now coming back to next thing, that is not to have again, that is very, very spicy food. We generally tend to have red chili powder, black chili, black pepper, or green chilies. It's a request to all of you. Yes, once in a while you can have green chilies because they definitely increase your immunity, but please avoid red chili powder completely, because it definitely irritates your stomach and it harms your stomach big time. So avoid it as much as possible. Okay, so after the big nose, I'm coming to what to have. So what all to have is, you can have oats, you can have ragi, you can have all the pulses, you can have all the legumes, you can have all the herbal teas. People who generally like teas, they can indulge in herbal teas. Like I would be very specific, like lemongrass, gauti bolte हैं उसको. Gauti chai आप बना सकते हैं, which is very good for immunity. Chamomile tea, which is very good for people who have insomnia, जिनको नींद आने की प्रॉब्लम होती है या disturbed sleep होती है. Chamomile tea is very good for them. या फिर people who are very short tempered, who are very restless, chamomile tea is also helpful for them. Then besides that, oolong tea is there, which you generally get in many supermarkets. So oolong tea helps you with good skin and good hair, because in monsoon season there are a lot of issues with skin and hair. So you can have oolong tea as well. Then also you get rosemary tea. Rosemary herb, it's a herb, so you get a plant also in the nursery. You can buy that plant, you can just pluck 2-3 leaves of it and just put it in 1 glass of water and just boil it and have it. If in case you don't like the flavor, you can add honey to it. Rosemary has its action on your stomach because it helps like a painkiller. If in case somebody has very severe body ache, if somebody has a lot of joint pains, then definitely rosemary tea is one of the best medicine for them. Then coming to the superfood like moringa and neem leaves. Moringa powder is nothing, just a powder of drumstick leaves. So you can just churn it out and make a powder at your place itself, or if in case you can't, then you can buy it online as well. How does moringa leaves help? Moringa leaves are filled with immunity, they are filled with minerals, they are filled with all the basic electrolytes which are much needed in this monsoon season. So you can add it in your smoothies, if in case you're having smoothies, or if in case you're having soup, just add a little 1 teaspoon of moringa powder in that. So that ways you can consume moringa powder on an everyday basis also. But people who have a lot of stomach issues, like who have acidity and all, please do consult before consuming moringa powder. Okay, now coming back to anything which is freshly cooked. Whatever you girls are cooking, please cook it fresh and consume it fresh. so that you don't need to keep it in the fridge for a longer period. Because if in case you are keeping it in the fridge, it is going to develop bacteria and it is going to harm you big time. So it's a request to all of you, please consume fresh food. Okay, and third thing is now neem leaves. As I mentioned earlier also, skin and hair problems are too much in the monsoon season. So I would suggest all the ladies out there, just prepare neem leaves powder, which is very good for your kids also. You can give them bath, just add 1 teaspoon of powder in their bathing water. Or if in case you feel that their skin is having rashes or something, you can use neem leaves powder in that as well. And even in your case also, if you have pimples, if you have acne, very big acne, if you have eczema, if you have psoriasis, neem leaves powder help in everything. So you can definitely make neem leaves powder, and it is going to help you in this monsoon season to take care of your skin and hair too. Here why I'm saying neem leaves powder, because in monsoon season, once we get wet in the rains, we do develop dandruff very fast. We also develop lysis also, if in case we don't wash our hair immediately once we are back. So you need to take care that neem leaves powder should be handy for you at home, and just add that. So automatically neem leaves powder will help you, just 1 teaspoon or tablespoon as per the requirement. You can add to, let's say, if in case you're applying on the face, you can use curd water. If in case you're applying on the scalp, you can use honey as a base, and apply it and leave it hardly for 5-10 minutes. So it is going to help you a lot. Now coming back to the next superfood, that is aloe vera. Aloe vera is something which I always suggest people to keep it handy in your house, because aloe vera plant is very helpful for everyone of every age. So aloe vera pulp is going to help you out. If in case you have a lot of acidity issues, you can have aloe vera juice every day. If in case you have skin issues, then aloe vera pulp you can apply on your skin. If in case you have dandruff or if you have hair fall, you can apply aloe vera pulp on your scalp too. So that's how aloe vera is going to help you a lot in your overall healthcare. Next, we keep on hearing giloy juice. Giloy is a plant. Uska stem se lekar uski leaves, everything is very nutritious. So if in case anybody has the plant, they are lucky ones. If in case you don't have, then definitely you do get sticks of giloy with the nursery people. You can buy the stick and you can just make tea out of it. And again, you can consume that tea empty stomach or in the evening time. So it will help you to boost your WBCs. It will help you to boost your immune cells big time. No, Sheetal, it is not good to eat stale rice in this season, because I know it is a probiotic and provides B12, but not in the monsoon season at all. As I mentioned you earlier, no fermented food at all as much as possible. Yes, if in case your doctor has suggested you to consume it, that there has to be some reason, but still you have to confirm. Because once the rainy season begins, you have to avoid fermented food for sure. Okay, next I was talking about all the superfoods, and that this biggest thing comes, that is the tulsi water. In India, it is the biggest tradition to pray tulsi. So you all must be having tulsi leaves at your place. Just boil 2 or 3 tulsi leaves every day in the morning and have it in the morning, empty stomach. So that boosts your immunity big time, and it also helps you to take care of your frequent infections. So people who are allergic, who have allergic rhinitis, who have allergic sinusitis, they should actually consume tulsi water. Arogya Vati from Patanjali. No, Disha, actually I generally don't prefer any tablets or anything which is prepared already. It's better to buy a giloy plant which is easily available. But if in case not, then as I mentioned, giloy sticks are easily available on any nursery. So you can buy from there and you can make your own tea. That is much more fruitful and much more beneficial for your health rather than buying any tablets. Because generally for kids especially, tablets, they are not okay because it's not good to taste. It's bitter in taste. So you can add honey to it. Pooja, stale rice means at night you just keep the rice in mud pot, and in the morning you can consume it. So that is a probiotic, and it also provides B12, and it is good for the stomach also. So coming back to next is turmeric water. Turmeric water is normal turmeric. अगर आपके घर में कच्ची हल्दी है, आप कच्ची हल्दी का पानी पी सकते हो. नहीं तो आप नॉर्मल हल्दी का पानी भी अगर पियोगे दिन में 2 बार, it is very good for you. But a word of caution is haldi is not good for people who have liver issues. Anybody who has liver issues, please don't consume turmeric at all. So you need to mark your examination. You need to check yourself whether you have any liver issues or not. before consuming turmeric too much or on your daily basis. People do consume golden latte, that is दूध में हल्दी डाल के पीते हैं लोग. So that is also advisable in monsoon season, but only at night time, not in the morning time. Aditi, generally I don't prefer green tea. As I mentioned earlier also, for skin and hair, definitely you can consume oolong tea or rosemary tea. That is fresh oolong tea and fresh rosemary herbs. And if in case you don't get oolong and rosemary, you do get dips for that, and fresh leaves powder also you get in the Rabji and all the supermarket stores. Tulsi drops in hot water. See, Sheetal, as I mentioned, instead of using Tulsi drops or anything which is artificially prepared, please prepare anything fresh for everybody, because that is way too beneficial, and it is good in this monsoon season, because anything which is preservative, it's generally either in plastic or glass, and for a longer period of time they are on the shelf. So it's better to prepare your own things in your house. Pooja, lemongrass powder is good, but I would prefer fresh lemongrass leaves. If in case you like lemongrass tea, it is like gauti leaves आपको किसी भी सुपरमार्केट पे पैक भी मिलती हैं, वो आप फ्रीजर में स्टोर भी कर सकते हो, और अदरवाइज जस्ट ग्रो अप lemongrass plant. That's much better. So that way lemongrass is very good for everybody, for immunity sake also, and in this COVID atmosphere also it is very, very important. Like it also prevents all the bacterial and viral infections. Okay, so Disha has one question, like raw veggies because of eczema. Is it okay? No, Disha, just consult with your doctor why he or she must have advised you raw vegetables. Because in eczema, yes, in any skin complaint, we do prefer anything raw, but not in the monsoon season. So anything fermented or anything raw is not advisable in this monsoon season. So it's always better that you please try to have, if in case your doctor has prescribed you raw diet, just go for a little steamed vegetable, like whatever vegetables you are okay to eat, just steam them a little bit or saute them a little bit. So that's how the bacteria goes away. And regarding the fermented food, yes, fermented food is not advisable at all. So it's always better, please don't have it in the monsoon season. Once in a while, yes, you can have. Like Sunday to Sunday, you can binge on fermented food, but that too, you have to prepare the fermented food like one day prior so that it ferments well. That is the most important thing. That's why I'm saying no. The fermentation needs to be very good in this case. Okay, any other queries you girls can post in the comment section. Okay, next thing which comes is like these days everybody is washing their fruits and vegetables too much because of the COVID thing. So it's always advisable, wash all the vegetables with salt water or with apple cider vinegar, but don't peel them. After peeling, please don't wash them, because it automatically removes all the nutritional content of the fruit or vegetable, whatever you're washing. So keep that thing in mind, that always wash fruits or vegetables with salt water or apple cider vinegar, but not after peeling. Okay, another thing which I was talking about, the golden latte milk, that is milk with turmeric. And if in case people who have a lot of bloating or who have acidity issues or who have joint pain, they can also add pinch of cinnamon to it. They can also add a pinch of star anise to it. Okay. No, Aditi, it is not okay to have turmeric milk in the morning, because again, as I mentioned, it produces a lot of phlegm. So it's better to give the milk at night time or after 5 o'clock. Anytime you can give your child that milk with turmeric. Disha, anything means be specific with your question so that I can answer it accordingly. Okay. Next thing what I have to tell you about in this monsoon season is you girls need to exercise daily. Exercise has a very important role in preventing any infection. Let it be bacterial, let it be viral, let it be any infection, so that your system is good. So you need to work upon your walking. You need to do any activity, whatever you like, Zumba, dance, whatever you like, but stay active. And also it's a request to everyone, please do pranayam, Anlom Vilom, Kapalbhati, Brahmari, or try all these things. Okay. Okay, one more question. Raw banana, Pooja, it is okay. That has no problem. Even thali peet is good for you. But yeah, raw papaya, as I mentioned, because it will actually induce more milk in your breast. So I won't suggest you to have more of raw papaya. And it also hinders with your estrogen progesterone production, so you might gain weight after consuming raw papaya. So avoid raw papaya in this while lactating part. Yes, raw banana and thali peat you can definitely consume, and try to prefer thali peat also, like with lot of variety as much as possible. The grains can be added, lot of variety of grains can be added to it, or you can add all the dals to it, so that it is very nutritious for you. Raw banana sabzi, instead of raw banana sabzi, I would prefer, don't make a vegetable out of it, because it loses its content. You can make tikki cutlets out of it, or otherwise what you can have is just roast the raw banana just like a sweet potato and have it. Okay. Disha, good home remedies for indigestion and stomachache in children. So for indigestion, as I mentioned earlier also, in the morning, you can give your child one banana every day. And for stomachache, if it's case it's very severe, you can apply turmeric or asafoetida. You can give turmeric water or apply hing, asafoetida, on the stomach. So that will help to relieve the stomachache. And if in case you feel that your child is constantly having indigestion, then you can prepare a powder like ajwain, saunf and jeera powder. Just dry roast it and powder it and give it to your child with coconut or with a little bit of jaggery. So that tastes good to them. And if in case they don't like that also, you can add it in their roti. You can stuff it in their roti, like make a parantha out of it, ajwain parantha and all. So in that only just add that powder. So that will help you. Okay, if any other queries, please post in the comment section so that I can answer. Okay, now coming back to immunity of your kids. Immunity of your kids actually depends upon sleep, water and food. So again, it's a request to all the mothers out there, and even I would request all of you also to take care of your sleep pattern, because in this lockdown phase, I think everybody has a very disturbed sleep pattern. So it's always beneficial to sleep on time and to wake up on time and do your exercise regime every day, because that helps a lot to maintain your rhythm and it boosts your immunity big time. So whatever diseases you or your child is facing, that will be cut off automatically. Okay, next thing is food, as I was talking for the kids. For kids, it is basically beneficial to have lots and lots of mineral-rich food. Mineral-rich food means you can give them pulses, you can give them legumes, give them chapati. You can add, as I mentioned earlier, to puja thali peat, you can add all the pulses, you can add all the legumes, just dry roast and powder it and make a thali peat. So which is very tasty also. You can add coriander, garlic, ginger, whatever flavors your child like. And you can also prefer vegetable soups. Like in this season, you can definitely give all the vegetable soups. So bean soup and all these, tomato soup is very good. Even if in case they like carrot juice, you can give carrot juice also. So that's how you can take care of the nutrition of your child. Yes, I generally don't prefer any fruit juice for kids. Prefer that they should eat the fruits, because the moment they start eating the fruits or anything, their saliva formation happens and automatically their immunity goes better. So whatever we are eating, if in case we are chewing it well, our immunity goes better because the stomach enzymes come into action. We are not okay to gulp anything. If in case we are gulping anything, the stomach enzymes go bad, and that's how they create a lot of acidity or indigestion. Okay, another thing which all the mothers can make for the kids' health, that is like in this monsoon season, they can make dry fruits laddus. So you can just dry roast all the dry fruits and dry roast all the seeds and make laddus out of it by adding jaggery to it. Atta also you can add if in case they like atta, atte ke laddu. If in case they like besan ke laddu, you can add besan to it. If in case they like rava, you can add rava to it. So base can be anything, but dry fruits and seeds can be added to their diet on an everyday basis. So if in case you have any queries, you can post in the comment section. Okay, so next comes about the skin again. As I was mentioning earlier, in this season people do get skin rashes. So if in case you have any skin rashes, so it's a request to all the ladies out there, just apply ice pack on that area, or as I mentioned, aloe vera. You can make aloe vera ice cubes and keep it handy with you, and automatically just dab that aloe vera ice cube on that rash area, and that's how it will settle down very fast. And also it's a request to all the mothers to give ghee to your kids, and you also eat ghee. Ghee is one of the best hydration technique for our system. Ghee, butter is something, homemade ghee and homemade butter, it hydrates your system big time, and it takes care of your immunity also. So it's always better to consume ghee, butter as much as possible in this monsoon season, but not in excess, please. If I'm saying to consume, it's like 1 tablespoon of ghee is good enough for you, and for your kids, it's 2 to 3 tablespoons is good enough. So try to increase the consumption of ghee in your food. So that helps your child also to increase the hydration inside, and it also boosts their immunity also, because ghee is pure vitamin D. Because in monsoon season we are not going to see sun for a longer period, so it's better to consume vitamin D in these forms. Okay, now coming back externally again to the skin part. Tea tree oil, keep tea tree oil also very handy, which is very beneficial, and you can order it online also. And if in case you have rosemary plant, as I told you earlier, so you can just soak rosemary leaves in hot water and just drain out that water and keep it in your freezer. So that water is also works like an antifungal and antibacterial. So you can dab on any area wherever skin rashes or skin eruptions happen in you or your kids. Even in acne patients also, this helps a lot. Okay, few kids or few mothers also have very dry skin. People keep on asking like, I'm having very dry skin, means although we apply moisturizer, but still the skin is pretty dry. So in that case, it's a request to all the mothers out there, whatever moisturizer you are using, just add petroleum jelly to it, Vaseline petroleum jelly, and add few drops of coconut oil and olive oil to it, and then dab on the skin so that the moisture is retained for a longer period. Okay, if you have any queries, please post in the comment section. Yeah, it's a request to all the mothers out there that don't give your child a lot of people take hot water baths. So don't give them a completely hot shower, because that also dehydrates your skin completely. It should be like a lukewarm water with which you are taking the shower, so that the skin hydrates automatically. And also immediately after the shower, dab the moisturizer as I mentioned. Okay, now regarding hair fall, there's a lot of queries regarding hair fall. So for hair, it's a very simple thing. You have to consider your food intake a lot. You have to check on the food intake. The food intake needs to be very well. Whatever you're eating, it will show on your skin and hair automatically. So drink lots and lots of water so that whatever you eat circulates in your system. Sleep on time, that is more important, and exercise also. Because if in case the circulation won't happen, automatically the hair fall will happen. So you have to be very careful with all these aspects. Okay, any other queries if you have, please post. Okay, another thing which I wanted to want everyone to understand, like these days obesity in kids is very common, and this monsoon season, under the folds area where the fat is accumulated, kids or us also do get eczema or do get skin eruptions. So for that case, it's always better to keep that area dry, as much as dry as possible, and keep dabbing either tea tree oil or whatever ointment you're applying, keep dabbing that so that the eczema or any skin eruption doesn't aggravate. So you have to be very careful in this part. Okay, another thing is, yes, definitely for the immunity part, Sheetal, you have to be careful about your timely sleep, because if in case you're sleeping late, you're waking up late, automatically your body loses its rhythm and your immunity goes down. So it's always better to sleep on time. As I mentioned earlier also, if in case you have sleeping issues, like many people say we are not able to sleep, we have disturbed sleep. So a simple home remedy is, as I mentioned, turmeric milk. Just add 1 teaspoon of ghee to it. That also gives you a good sleep. And even you get khaskhas in the market. So add 1 teaspoon of khaskhas in the milk, and that also you can give. So that gives a very sound sleep. Yes, in the rainy season, people are not able to walk because obviously due to rains, they can't go out. So it's a request, if in case you can walk in your house, and if in case you're not able to walk, you can climb staircase, how much as possible with your body. So that much you have to take care. Okay. Yeah, definitely you can indulge in pranayam, you can do yoga, whatever. Surya Namaskar is very good for you. You can do Surya Namaskar, you can do pranayam. And if in case people who are gym goers, they can definitely do weight training at home. So all these things definitely needs to be taken care, because your body needs a complete holistic care for yours from your end, so that it remains healthy. Because monsoon season will come, and monsoon season will definitely give you some or the other infection, but if you want to prevent it, then definitely you have to consider all these parameters so that you are healthy. So if in case you have any queries, please post. Okay, so next thing which I want you all to know, that many people keep on consuming apple cider vinegar considering it's very, very good for their health. So yes, it's good for your health in monsoon season also, but it's a request, if in case you have acidity issues or if you have any stomach issues by any chance, please avoid apple cider vinegar. And also people who have a lot of burning in the soles or burning in the palms, they also need to avoid apple cider vinegar. The normal consumption of apple cider vinegar has to be in the morning, empty stomach, 1 teaspoon or of it, or if in case you have a lot of fungal diseases like Disha mentioned, so that's how you can consume 1 tablespoon of it also. With, yes, definitely with honey or lemon if in case you don't like the flavor. So that helps you a lot. Okay, in the season, normal cough cold also happens a lot with kids and with us also. So just to prevent that, for a normal cold and cough, a dry cough, I would actually suggest try to prefer lukewarm water with lemon and honey. And if it's a wet cough, try to give licorice powder, that is jeshtmad or muleti powder, which we call, with 1 tablespoon of honey. So automatically that phlegm production reduces, and your child, or even if you have that phlegm, it reduces big time, and you are away from any major respiratory tract infection. Okay, if somebody has fever, then definitely you have to give antipyretic medicine. But besides that, it's a concern. So you have to drink lots and lots of water, or you have to make that patient drink lots and lots of water. Because water is one of the best medicine when your system is getting dehydrated because of high grade fever. So it's a request to all the mothers out there, please make your child or make the patient, whosoever is having high grade fever, drink lots and lots of water. Because that will help you a lot. Correct. So that is one thing. Second thing is, if in case it's a very high grade fever, because you know that it's because of the respiratory tract infection, you can give that patient 1 glass of lukewarm water with little bit of ginger garlic juice with pinch of turmeric and pinch of cinnamon and honey. That also helps a lot in reducing the fever and also in reducing the infection. Okay, any other query if you have, please post in the comment section so that I can answer it right now, or I can answer it later as well. Okay, one more query is like kids do get cramps in the monsoon season because obviously because of the sudden weather changes. So it's a request to all the mothers out there, please include all the dry fruits as I mentioned, because it's a very rich source of vitamin E. So you can have almonds, you can have walnuts, you can have dates. Figs are also there in the market, so that also you can consume fresh figs. That is also very beneficial. And pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, they all can consume that. So that helps a lot in preventing all the nervous complaints and all the cramps in the body. So if you have any queries, please post in the comment section. Okay, so by the end of the session, I would request all the mothers out there that if in case you or your child is suffering from any monsoon diseases, just try to be cautious on 3 aspects, that is sleep, food and water. If you are taking care of all these 3 parameters, you and your kids will be safe for sure. Thank you.